I'm here with international wrestling superstar Brody Steele. How are you doing today?
Good.
You've traveled around the world. What makes Maritime Wrestling stand out compared to everywhere else that you've wrestled?
When I first started traveling internationally, well, I broke in here, so I spent a few years over here. But when I first started traveling internationally, everyone had heard of the Maritimes, and that surprised me. They didn't know where it was. They couldn't point to it on a map, but the Maritimes had such a rich history in the inner wrestling world that every wrestler in that time era wanted to come to the Maritimes because we were running full times in the summer, right up until that point. And that surprised me. The brand of wrestling here is similar to German wrestling in that it was kind of believable, hard hitting, not a lot of comedy, not a lot of high spots, but holds and punches, kicks, and fans who believed it. It's not quite that way right now, but that's how we remember it, and that's kind of what our reputation is and was.
What are your thoughts on the current Maritime Wrestling product compared to what it was back in the Grand Prix days when you started, or even the real action wrestling days?
I think the core group of talent in the Maritimes is the best it's ever been right now. The fact that there's only a few groups that run and they all run part-time kind of waters it down a little. The guys are too spread out. I think if somebody had the money to invest and was willing to maybe take a hit for a little while, there could be one full-time promotion that would make money with the current roster. And I'm talking about all young guys, not guys like me trying to relive glory days or anything like that. You could have an all under 35 roster of 12 guys that's very, very, very strong. And back when I first started, I couldn't have said that. I mean, we would have 3 guys from the Maritimes. Everybody else would be brought from around the country or world or whatever.
Your thoughts on the type of work ethic a pro wrestler needs to have, training-wise, in the gym, and effort in getting booked places?
Well, if your goal is to be a professional wrestler, your goal should be to make a living from professional wrestling. So every day you should do something to advance that. In the gym, of course, every day. Contacts should be made every single day. Your appearance, tan, hair, whatever. Whatever it is that what look you're going for. And of course, that's provided you've already been trained. I mean, that's the first thing. But it should all be done. There should be no stone left unturned. And unfortunately, what we have now is we have some guys that look really good but don't really know anything else, or guys that wrestle really good but look like shit.
Thoughts on the support that Maritime Wrestling fans give you individually?
It depends on the market. I find as I get older, they're more supportive, whether I'm a heel or a babyface. It doesn't really matter. For a while, not so much. When I broke in, I wasn't very good, so I didn't expect them to support me. But those fans are kind of gone now. There's 2 types of fans in the Maritimes. There's the fans, and then there's what we call the smart marks. And we don't really care what they say, but they disrupt shows. And they don't like guys like me because they feel that I'm one of the guys who did it for money. And heaven forbid I wanted to get paid for my job, but they seem to like the guys who claim that they do it because they're passionate about it and they work on the weekends for $50. I'm the opposite. I have no time for those guys. I don't respect them at all.
When all is said and done, if you could put one match on a DVD to show somebody, what match would that be? It doesn't have to be Maritime Wrestling. It can be from anywhere.
I did a lumberjack match to set up a title match in Birkenhead, England with Robbie Brookside. That would be by far as far as fan interaction and heat, as we call it, that was by far the best.
Speaking of Robbie Brookside, you've worked a lot with him over the years. Your thoughts on him being a trainer at WWE now?
I think he'd probably be the best trainer. Nobody has more knowledge than him. He's not going to be easy on people for sure. He's a tough bastard.
What do you think 2016 will hold for Maritime Wrestling and Brody Steele?
2016, I think it'll be a whole lot of the same. I don't see anybody stepping up. The that is saying that they want to make it big or whatever. So there's going to be Red Rock Wrestling will do their 5 or 6 shows, and they'll be all profitable, good shows. IHW will do about the same. Hopefully they'll be profitable. I think they have been so far. The Halifax market, I think, is in big trouble. I don't expect there'll be a few shows here. They won't make money. There's not really a future, I don't think, in this market right now. So it's bleak in a sense, but for the couple that are going to make money, there'll be good shows. Just not enough of them.
All right. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate you doing this interview.
No sweat.